So something to realize out of this, and this is something you have to be aware of when you're doing customer generated content, is you have to do something that fits within your market. What's up guys, Nate of Humble Rise Media here with you again to talk about another humble tip. Now we've talked about content a lot in the past, going more personalized touch to where CEOs, people actually in the company, you're getting content within your company and pushing it out to people. This takes a little bit of an even different direction, but still around the same lines of producing good quality content for your brand, because coming into 2019, that is going to be really, really important. So today we're talking about customer generated content. This is where instead of, creating a promo for your business, or instead of just creating videos inside your business, this is where you're actually asking your customers for content. This goes along the borderline of asking like a customer for reviews, but even going a step farther. Something that we like to push for each and every company that we sign on is to get some video reviews. Especially when you're, online courses, online coaches, video reviews and stuff like that becomes very, very important. Another thing that we could be talking about is actually getting your customers to give you content of them either using your product, demonstrating your product, or, wearing your product, depending on what industry. If you're in fashion, this can become a really big thing. Rather than just getting models off the street or, in agencies, modeling agencies, getting people to actually post pictures. Like if you sell outdoor hiking and gear stuff, get people to post pictures or videos of them while they're out hiking with your gear. Show how your gear works. And this obviously can stem from an offer. We have seen a lot of companies do this in the past with customer generated content. Number one thing that I guarantee you're gonna know are the Coke bottles. And this isn't even necessarily, they weren't even pushing for necessarily customer generated stuff, but once they did, the Coke bottles with the names on them, that was very specific. That was not by accident. That was a complete and utter amazing marketing plan. You have Coke bottles with people's individual names on them. Hey, you're posting pictures with people's names on them. You can give this Coke to someone with their name on it. It makes it personalized. It makes them think, hey, this is something that I can give to someone, and then they're posting pictures of it. It drastically increased their sales. Definitely pushed out more of a customer generated content because they wanted to see things from your customers. We saw this also with Starbucks, right? They did a campaign where people could doodle and draw on their cups. And then what they did is they made a contest for this. The person who drew the best doodles on one of their cups, they selected to go in and make a cup out of that doodle. So something to realize out of this, and this is something you have to be aware of when you're doing customer generated content, is you have to do something that fits within your market, right? Starbucks knows that a lot of people that are coming to their place to buy coffee, they're creative, typically creative people. They had tons of entries from over 200 countries. So they obviously knew their market very well, that they would be able to make creative things out of it. If you have gadgets or if you have something like that, make sure that people are demonstrating this. It's almost like next level influencer marketing, right? Because you go to influencers to do that influencer marketing. Those are people that have big followings. You're able to get content out really quick. But this is something for your own advertising. It's next level influencer marketing where you're actually just getting people that are like everybody else. When somebody sees somebody else at your product that they're loving it, it's gonna make them want it even more. You can use this on your website. You can use this in your Facebook channel, and you can use this in your ads, but you obviously have to make sure legality and all that stuff is in place, but it's definitely something that you can use. So number one, when thinking about customer generated content, think about who your customer is, think about what they're doing with your product, and then figure out a way to get them to create content out of that. What do they want to do with this product, and what kind of offer can you give them to do and create this content for you? Maybe instead of hiring people to come in and do reviews or hiring people to come in and create content, actually have a video production team do stuff of your customers, do video of your customers and do interviews or do, product and that. We see that, video today is obviously very much higher converting than text, but what's even more higher converting and what we've seen is that people actually using the product, people that have been hired. You have people that are actually doing video reviews and people that are actually going through the product. So this is killer. So number one, find your market, figure out what they do with this product, figure out who they are, and make something for them to do that's in relation to your product and have them send that into you. And obviously, number two, make sure all legality things are out of the way. Make sure you can use the stuff in your ads, that they can be shown on your website, have all that stuff in place whenever, whether it be for a contest or anything like that. And number three, make it as easy as possible for them to send you content. have them post it to your Facebook page. Create a separate group for your brands and create an offer. People posting things like that. Use that in your ads and use it on your website. Again, this is next level influencer marketing. This goes all the way back to being more customer driven than product driven. You're actually asking your customers. If you have customers that like what you're doing, if you have customers that love the things that you sell, they should be absolutely more than willing to create this kind of content for you. All it really takes from you is a push. All it really takes from you is an offer to give them. And they're gonna love it. They're gonna eat it up. It's something that's incredibly important. I'd highly encourage you to do this because it just solidifies your brand even more. It adds even a more personal touch to your brand that you want to hear. Your customers have opinions, and lots of customers want their opinions to be heard. That's why Amazon reviews really exploded and got so big, because people were actually able to share their opinions of what's going on. So take that, use video, use content on what your customers are doing, and be able to go out there and make it the easiest way possible for them to do it. Make sure there's not tons of, yellow or red tape that people have to go through to be able to get this to you. Do it in what way fits best for your brand, and I think this is going to drastically help your brand this year, especially if you're doing advertising. It is going to drastically help. Thank you guys so much for watching today's Humble Tip on YouTube. We post new content every week. It's across our Facebook. It's on our Instagram as well, and a little bit of shorter snippets because Instagram has those time limits, but we do release new content every week. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Leave us a comment on something that you maybe want us to talk about. Make sure you like this video, share it with your friends, and obviously you can go check it out on Facebook as well. So stay tuned. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in next week's episode.